right, so we are back, and I think I've got a better camera angle for you guys now, and I've also put my piece on this banding wheel because it makes life easier. So I was just cleaning this up a little bit, and I'm gonna fold my sponge like a taco and round the rim, thin it out a little bit, but definitely rounding it. See how it works much better on this banding wheel because you can spin it now. All right, and I just volumed out, kind of starting about a ½ inch from the bottom. And you can also use a red rib and put it in this way, make sure it's clean. Put it in this way, and you're swooping, you're just swooping, and you can kind of see that voluming out. It's pushing it out, pushing it out. You want a sort of a subtle voluming here, reaching to the top. All right, so I'm pretty happy with this shape now. And now it's time for the eyes. So I'm going to use the front. This is the front because back here is where my seam was, where I connected. So I'm going to, here's the seam right there. So I'm going to use the front, and I'm going to take this 2-inch cookie cutter right here. It's labeled 2 inches. And I'm just going to, let's see, I can do it. I'm going to do it so it's facing you. I'm coming down about a ½ inch down from the rim. So a ½ inch down from the rim. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set it here, and I'm just going to roll. I'm just going to roll to make an impression. You don't want to cut through. Okay, so there's one. And I'm looking at it right here so I can make sure that it's about the same. Okay, so here it is, and I'm rolling. I just want to make a little line. Queremos la impresión, no queremos cortar. So you can see that I've got my eyes in there. All right. Next, I'm going to go ahead and get a coil going here. So I'm going to take some of this gold clay and I'm going to mush it up in my hands and start rolling a coil, because I'm now going to put these eye coils on. So this, I have my piece here, put my coils. So you want to roll a coil about the thickness of a pencil. Un gusano, el tamaño de un lápiz. And I want to try and get it as even as possible. So remember, to roll a coil, you're pushing down only when you push out. And you're moving your hands around to make sure that you've got the same thickness going. Okay, so that's about the thickness of a pencil right there. I'm going to measure it on my cookie cutter. I'm going to measure 1. Se mide. Okay. Now I have 1. I set it next to the other coil. And I can cut that to the same size. There we go. I'm going to take these. Oh, this one's a little bit lower, so I'm going to move it up a little bit. I wasn't really looking because I had it backwards, so I had to do a little adjusting. All right. Let's see. There's my eyes right there. Okay. So now it is scoring time. I'm going to find my serrated rib and give it a little score. Giving both of these a little scoring. And I'm going to score my coils. A little water, here we go. as well. You don't want a ton of water because you don't want to saturate your form. All right, so now I'm going to attach. Support from the inside. Okay, I'm supporting from the inside, and I'm pressing it on. Okay. Making these eyes. They're going to come around and they're going to overlap. And I'm going to cut it at a diagonal. You guys know this technique by now. That one didn't quite go all the way through. And now I can connect. And I'm just pressing to connect this eye and smoothing it together. All right, so there's one. Make sure it's attached to well. And I'm cutting with the other. They're going to overlap. And I'm going to cut. Turn this around for a quick moment. Make sure my eyes are straight. You don't want crookedy eyes. No. All right. Take out these little extra pieces and we're going to score. Attach and connect. And I'm going to press so it sticks onto my owl face. Make sure that you really smooth your connection out well so it looks like one solid piece. All right, so here we go. My owl is starting to come along here. Next for the owl is the inner eye. So we're going to make this little eye here. I'm going to take some of this leftover clay here. And this is a 1-inch cookie cutter. One eye and two eyes. Boom. There's my little eyeball. So I'm going to go ahead and score. Score again. You want to make sure there's no design on the back of this. I mean on the front of it, so that you don't want it to show. I'm going to clean this up a little bit, just like that. Okay, and then the positioning of these little eyes are pretty close to the center right there, pretty close to the center. Okay, so they're coming on. I'm going to give this a little score. Whoop. And I'm going to score in here with this different tool because my serrated rib doesn't fit. Okay, a little water, and we are attaching. Make sure you support. Here's one. Here's the other. I just want to turn it around, make sure they're even. I mean, I don't know how perfect you want to get on this. It's kind of funny when they have a little bit of character. Support the inside and really compress. Really push it on there so it sticks well. Alright. Just cleaning this up a little bit. I've got some scratch lines in there, so I'm just cleaning it up. Alright, there we go. There's the eyes. There are the eyes. A paintbrush is always a good idea just to make sure that we're attaching well. So I'm going to go in there with a paintbrush. It also helps smooth things out. Alright, that is that. Now for the nose, I'm going to get a little ball of clay here. Roll it into a little ball. I'm making a nose. And the nose is rounded at the bottom and kind of pointy at the top. I'm getting some cracks, so I'm just wetting it. It's like the shape of a candy corn. But again, you can play with the shape of your nose. This is what the kind of shape I'm doing, like a teardrop or a candy corn shape. Make sure it's even. No cracks in it. Just doing a little peek, and I will score. And I will score right here on the nose. So once again, I'm having to use a different tool because my serrated rib won't fit. So you can use a needle tool. I'm using an X-Acto knife. Whatever's going to score that surface up. And then you attach by holding the inside and pushing. Press that in there. There's this cute little nose. All right, we're getting there. We are getting there. Next, I think I'm going to do the holes. So I like to do the holes in all different kinds of sizes. So if you guys look, I've got some little ones, some big ones, and they go all the way around, See the different sizes? We have these tools that will make different circle sizes. Okay? We also have these tools that are different circle sizes. Right? Here's the medium one. I think this is it. So you can do different size holes with these. I like to use these particularly myself. So I'm just going to go ahead and find the size. I think this is the size. The 3 sizes that I want are these ones. But that's me. You can choose whatever size holes you want in your lantern. Maybe I'll do 4 different sizes. You can also decide that you want to push ovals in. So I've got lots of different cutter tools, like cutting tools, cookie cutters. Here's a little teardrop. I've got stars, if you wanted to do stars. There's different shapes in here you guys can look through. Stars would be cool. But I think I'm going to go with the regular circles.